fight like a roaring fight, during dreams under stadium lights, sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch replay. Highlights while scores collide, it's a riot live tonight. Blades drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate, rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate.
Oh yeah, it's Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. February 19th, watching news about what this potential nor'east is going to do. It's been balmy here in the Northeast. It was in the mid-40s again today. Welcome to another edition of the Early Evening Sports Buffet with Ginch. I'm Sid Ginch, your host Ryan Neff here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. Yeah, they still don't know what the hell is going on with this nor'east. So I'm just going to say we're going to get a dusting to... How does that work? Well, but welcome to another show. Hope you're nice and comfy and cozy wherever you're at. Breaking news. I don't know if it's breaking news. Excuse me. Elisa Liu. She won gold. Figure skating. The first Olympic medal for an American in women's figure skating in 20 years. So congratulations to her. Outstanding. She won by almost 2 points. Get to the Olympics in a minute. Excuse me. The women hockey team, they beat Canada for the gold medal. Canada was up 1-0 late. The U.S. scored, I believe, with like a minute and change or under a minute to go. Tie at 1-1, and in overtime, the U.S. takes the goal from Canada. Final in overtime, 2-1. So congratulations to the women's team. Some other news and notes from around the world in sports today. Report by Shams Charania, Aspen. The NBA plans to enact anti-tanking rules next season. I'll just read this here. Commissioner Adam Silver informed the league's 30 general managers Thursday that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rule changes for next season. And here we go. Things that were discussed to curb tanking. First-round draft picks can be protected only for top 4 or top 14 plus selections. Lottery odds freeze at the trade deadline or a later date. No longer allowing a team to pick in the top 4 consecutive years and or after consecutive bottom 3 finishes. Teams can't pick in the top 4 the year after making the conference finals. Lottery odds allocated based on 2-year records. Lottery extended to include all play-in teams. Flatten odds for all lottery teams. So there you have it. Don't know what it's going to do. If said teams are struggling again the following year and they put forth the effort, but they're still in the bottom 2, and let's say the bottom 2 are separated by, I don't know, 2 games for the first pick with 5 games to play. Don't know how that's going to work. But we'll see what they do, the final decision. Indiana has unanimously passed a bill to lure the Bears away from Chicago. Reported by Courtney Cronin, ESPN. Indiana lawmakers in the State House Ways and Means Committee unanimously approved an amendment to Indiana State Bill 27 by a vote of 24-0. That would clear a path for the Bears to build a stadium in Hammond, Indiana. That's right, Hammond, Indiana. And I had to look it up. Hammond, Indiana has a total population of around 77,000 people. Chicago is the third largest city in the country. I think it's three point some million, somewhere in there, just a shade under. George Papa Bear Hallis is rolling around in his grave at the particular junction. The bill would create the Northwest Indiana Stadium Authority with the power to issue bonds, acquire land, and finance construction for the stadium. The area of Wolf Lake, which crosses the Illinois-Indiana border along Interstate 90, is located on Chicago's southeast side and in Hammond in northwest Indiana, which is around 25 minutes south of Soldier Field. I don't like it. I think it blows. It's probably all about money. Are we really going to call them the Indiana Bears? The Hammond Bears? They're still going to keep the name Chicago? The Chicago Bears playing in Indiana? I don't get it. There is tremendous history and tradition at Soldier Field. If you're going to stick that kind of money into building a stadium, why don't you just, I don't know, play at Northwestern or Illinois for a year and sink that money into just upgrading Chicago or Soldier Field? Imagine Green Bay moving the team to Iowa. I don't think that would float. So I'm not liking this. Canada and Britain will play for Olympics men's curling for the gold. Reported by ESPN News Services. Canada beat Norway tonight 5-4 after losing to the Norwegians earlier in the day. And Canada's opponent in Saturday's gold medal game will be Britain, which stunned Switzerland 8-5. The Swiss were undefeated entering the semifinals. Norway will play Switzerland for the bronze medal Friday. Okay, it's going to be a quick show. NBA is kicking back up again tonight, and the NHL will resume next week. World of College Football, reported by Mark Schlabach, Espen. 2 Georgia football players are charged with speeding at max limits. Georgia linebackers Chris Cole and Darren Ikinigban were arrested Wednesday night on misdemeanor charges of speeding at maximum limits and other traffic-related charges. Along with the speeding charge, Athens Clark County Police charged Cole with misdemeanor reckless driving. He was released on a $26 bond. Ikinigban was charged with speeding, reckless driving, and following too closely all misdemeanors. He was released on a $39 bond. Georgia's Deputy Athletic Director Stephen Drummond said, "We're aware of the charges and are actively gathering additional information. As this is an ongoing legal matter, we will not be providing further comment at this time," etc., etc. I don't know what some. I mean, look, we were all young too. We did stupid shit. But sometimes I just don't get it. Again, This is going to be a quick show yet again. We go to the Olympics after today. Let's go to the medal count. Norway comfortably leading with 34 overall medals, 16 gold, by the way. United States is second now with 27 medals, 9 gold. Italy, 26 medals, 9 gold. Japan, 24 medals, and rounding out the top 5 was Germany with 19 total medals. Jordan Stoltz was vying for another gold medal in the 1500. He wound up with the silver. Speed skating 1500 meter. Afterwards, Stoltz said, "I didn't have it today. I'm not sure why." Sometimes it's just not your day. But look, still a very productive and highly successful Olympics for Mr. Jordan Stoltz. Let's see what else. Some NFL news. Lane Johnson for the Eagles. He's returning for his 2026 season, which will make Eagles fans happy. The AJ Brown watch is on. He's not going to be back with Philadelphia. You can forget that. If he comes back to Philadelphia, I'll be highly surprised. I don't see it. Just don't. We are T minus 24 days till Selection Sunday. But let's go to the NCAA men's division in college basketball, or as I now call it, amateur, semi-pro. Top 25 action from yesterday, as it comes up here. Like I said, top 25 action from yesterday as it continues to buffer. Number 4, Arizona ends their 2-game losing streak. They beat number 23, BYU, 75-68. Number 5, UConn goes down to Creighton. Bad loss for UConn. 91-84 they lose. Number 8, Kansas beat Oklahoma State, 81-69. Number 10, Illinois destroyed USC, 101-65. Number 11, Gonzaga beat San Francisco 80-59. Number 14, Virginia all over Georgia Tech 94-68. And number 17, St. John's beat Marquette 76-70. Number 19, Vandy goes down again. Struggling here in the second part of the season. They lose to Mizzou 81-80. Big win for Mizzou. Final in 2 overtimes. Number 25, Alabama upended number 20, Arkansas, 117-115. I did not see any top 25 action tonight. There is none. Let's go to the women. Top 25 action from last night on the women's side. Number 1, UConn all over Villanova, 83-69. Number 23, Minnesota beat number 10 Ohio State, 74-61. Number 12, TCU hammered Houston, 72-50. Number 20, Texas Tech over number 15, Baylor, 87-56. And number 18, Michigan State blitzed Northwestern, 104-68. On the slate tonight, right now in the first, number 9, Duke all over NC State early, 13-6. In the second, number 11, Oklahoma up on number 24, Georgia, 35-23. In the first, number 13, Iowa over Purdue, 21-14. At halftime, Number 21, Tennessee, really struggling here the second half of the season. Down to Texas A&M, 47-42. In the third, number 22, North Carolina, down to Virginia Tech, 35-32. Later on, we have number 4, Texas at Arkansas. Number 3, South Carolina travels to number 25, Alabama. Number 7, LSU travels to take on number 17, Ole Miss. And number 2, UCLA will host Washington. Soccer. English Premier League. Again, my Arsenal team shit the bed yesterday. 2-2. Draw with Wolves. But they've only mustered 12 points out of 24 out of the last 8 games. Let's jump to this weekend's action in the Premier League. Again, I would go over other leagues, but if I did, I'd be here for 2 hours. So on Saturday, the fixtures are as such. Aston Villa will host Leeds. Brentford will host Brighton. Chelsea hosts Burnley. West Ham will host Bournemouth. Man City will host Newcastle. I've got Villa beating Leeds 2-1. I've got Brentford and Brighton. I've got Brentford 2-1. Chelsea hosts Burnley. I've got Chelsea winning 3-1. West Ham hosting Bournemouth. I've got this as a 1-1 draw. Man City hosting Newcastle. I've got Man City winning 2-1. Then we go to Sunday. As soon as it pops up here. Talk amongst yourselves. Sunday's fixtures. Crystal Palace will host Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton playing better. I got this as a 1-1 draw. Nottingham Forest will host Liverpool. I've got Liverpool 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Sunderland will host Fulham. I've got this as a 1-1 draw. Arsenal better get their heads out of their ass. This is a London derby. Tottenham hosts Arsenal. You know what? The way Arsenal's playing, because it's a rivalry, I'm going to go 1-1. It's going to be a draw. 1-1. Out there on the PGA Tour, I know they were in a rain delay. The Genesis Invitational out there at the Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades. Total purse $20 million, by the way. They have resumed, from what I'm seeing. Mr. Bridgman and Mr. McIlroy are tied for the lead, 5 under. Fox, Greiserman, and Hisatsune all at 4 under par. So there you have it. And what time is it? Maybe they got plenty of daylight left. LPGA. The Honda LPGA Thailand. Nasa Hataoka and Shanette Wanasane, both with 65 7 unders. They are your leaders. PGA Tour Champions Tour and Live, they will resume in a couple weeks. Let me go to NASCAR. They are at Atlanta this year, or this week. Let me see. Who am I going to pick this week after what I saw last week? This will be tough because it's just going to be the same race as it was this week. It's just going to be in Atlanta. So I will go I'm going to say Logano wins it. I'll say Blaney finishes second. I'm going to go Hamlin third. I'm going to go Elliott fourth. And I'm going to go William Byron fifth. So there's my top 5. Let's see. Women's college baseball or college softball and men's college baseball should be kicking up soon. So I think, NBA tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some games that already tipped off. NBA is back. Some games in progress right now in the first. The Hornets over the Rockets 16-12. The Cavs over the Nets in the first 16-8. 76ers in the first with an early lead on the Hawks 12-9. And in the first, the Pacers over the Wizards 13-9. Later on, we've got the Pistons at the Knicks, the Raptors at the Bulls, the Suns at the Spurs, Celtics at the Warriors, the Magic at the Kings, and the Nuggets at the Clippers. So I think that's going to do it for tonight. Let me go to this because I want to get it correct. So give me just a second here. As soon as it comes up, I want to get the information correct because I don't want to shortchange anybody. Coming up, 8 o'clock, episode number 4, no skips. The 27 Club. So the 27 Club, if you don't know, those are musical artists that have died by the age of 27. You got your Kurt Cobain, your Jimi Hendrix, your Janis Joplin, your Jim Morrison, a slew of others. So check out Tom Kelly and Cast over there. That's at 8 o'clock. So, with all that being said, NBA is back. NHL will be in full swing next week. I made all my picks. Next week, I'm going to bring back 4 Down Territory, NFL. That'll be next Wednesday. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to kick it back in with some student body right, college football, where we stand with recruiting classes and such. Maybe go over some schedules because the schedules are slowly coming out for said teams. So at the end of each show, and I'm still watching the Nor'easter coverage, I said they have no clue. None. So I'm just going to expect that we're not going to get anything. So as I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for God's sakes, if you see somebody struggling, ask how you can help them. Ask how you might be able to get them help, what's concerning, what's bothering them. You might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. With all that being said, enjoy your weekend, everybody. I know I'm going to. Rest, relaxation. With all that being said, there is only one thing left to do. And that's for Danny Don Meredith to take me out. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.